Welcome to Bacon is My Podcast. Before we get into this show, we do want to let everybody know that we are proudly bringing this show to you from the den.
Yeah.
That's the Deluxe Edition Network.
Rocking it out.
Found at deluxeeditionnetwork.com.
In the DEN.
That's right. We are a part of an awesome network of really awesome podcasts, such as...
That's a lot of awesome that you just said there.
Yes.
Health. History. I'd like to...
Yes. There's also Beard Laws, Spoiled My Movie.
Yes.
The Deluxe Edition Podcast. There's like 26 different podcasts, so go over there, check it out. DeluxeEditionNetwork.com. Do it now.
We are happy to be one. Thank you so much. What's your bacon?
Guys, we are so excited because Manscaped has upped the game. Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. They've got interchangeable dual head system with both a regular razor that you're used to on your lawnmower, but also now a foil blade as well.
And if you already have one of these, if you already have the 4.0, the upgrade's good, man.
Upgrade is good.
Upgrade is good. It's got all the stuff that you like already. The light is a little bit brighter.
Yes.
Key, it has a lock.
Yes.
So that means in your bag, it won't turn on automatically because you're traveling somewhere and you put some shoes in your bag and you push down on it and it just turns on and then the battery's dead.
That's right.
You can lock it. Awesome. Awesome feature. Everything else, you've got your ceramic blades, you've got your skin-safe technology, you got all of that is the same and improved, but it's just a better system. Highly recommend.
Go to manscaped.com right now. Use the promo code BACONPOD for 20% off your entire order.
Yes.
You could get the 5.0 Lawnmower Ultra. You can also use it on other products like the Crop Mop, which is our personal favorite. If you ever see us out in the wild,
yes,
you can definitely hit us up and we will give you one of those.
We always have them on us.
Always.
Always ready to give out.
Yes. So again, manscaped.com, promo code BACONPOD, 20% off of free shipping. Thank you, Manscaped. And always remember to ask yourself, are your balls clean?
Mm-hmm.
So, do I think you sound like the Edge? No. I do think that you figured out how to use your delay properly, though. Because
so before it was just like, I've had that riff in my back pocket for about 15 years. And
right.
And then I was like, originally it was like a riff on the Fall of Troy, that FCP remix type thing. And then we were recording this album. I was just like fooling around, and we were like, this kind of actually fits, So it was just like, it's kind of like how Sweet Child of Mine was like a practice riff for
right.
Yeah. That's everything. Yeah.
That's how I think. What do you think?
I actually agree. Nothing hit me when I was listening to go like, oh, this reminds me of like the
Way to go, Edge. Where's your Bono?
But
I just wish this album was put on everybody's phone against their will, though.
Yeah, right?
It still bothers me to this day.
The only thing that bothers me about it is that I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that bothered me.
The only thing that bothered me was that it was terrible, and I only had like a 5 gig iPhone 4. So
that's also true. If there was going to be a YouTube, if YouTube was going to put a record on my phone every time I bought a phone, can I choose the YouTube record, please?
Right.
Because
I'd take Joshua Tree. Yeah. Give it to me. Yeah. I'm in.
Give me Vertigo. Give me anything other than Chili Peppers Wannabe.
Right. I'll take that too. Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
U2 wrote an album about California.
Right.
Yeah.
We already have a band that does that. You're supposed to write about Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. You just haven't been there forever.
Tell me about the troubles some more.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Well, I want to welcome everybody here to Bacon is My Podcast, where we have Andrew from Have Mercy on the show.
Hey.
They have a brand new record out called Numb. It is fucking awesome. And decide for yourself, does Andrew sound like the Edge? Or does he sound like somebody who's proficient at using their delay pedal?
Yes, if you guys had checked out What's Your Bacon in 7 Questions, and then you listened to the record between then and now, go ahead and throw it in the comments whether you you think.
Absolutely.
You think it sounds like the Edge.
Now, I know you. The big question was, do you sound like the Edge? I have a huge question, and how are you related to Juggalo?
Okay, so whoop whoop. First of all,
Whoop, whoop.
to my Juggalo family.
Yes.
So growing up, so I have kind of a wild family tree type thing. So growing up, I was really into WWF, and the Insane Clown Posse was part of the
Oddities.
The Oddities, and I was like, they have an album. Went to the mall, my mom bought it. I listened to it. It's a great Malenko. Still know all the words. Well, fast forward, where I grew up, Glen Burnie, Maryland, right outside of Baltimore, is like the Juggalo epicenter of the East Coast. And so my babysitter, she was like, she was a Juggalo. And then fast forward a couple of years, my brother started dating her and eventually married her. So I used to hate Juggalos because I was like, fuck this bitch. Christy, I love you. You're one of my favorites now.
What's the age gap between you and your brother?
My brother's a year older than me. And,
so she was also his babysitter.
Yes. So she was like our baby.
Right.
Yeah. So
that tracks with the Juggalos.
Yeah. So then she had a kid when she was a teen mom, had a kid, my step nephew Corwin, and he came out as Juggalo, and she's Juggalo, all this stuff. I'm like, man, fuck Juggalos. And then years later, I was like, man, Juggalos are just like people enjoying themselves, and like not really, they're harming themselves, but like with consent, like, and fry their rivers with Fago, that type of thing. So I'm not a Juggalo per se. I do have a couple of favorite Insane Clown Posse songs. But I would say I'm a Juggalo sympathizer.
You're Juggalo adjacent for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So I am Juggalo adjacent, and I have been to some Juggalo-esque events in my life, and people just having fun,
I would love to play a gathering.
Oh yeah,
I would absolutely love.
So fun fact. Remember when they used to put out those gathering infomercials on YouTube?
Yeah. Yep.
We were fucking blasted at my house. It was like me, Brian, a couple of friends, and my buddy, whose wedding I'm at right now. He came in. He was like, yo, you got to watch this. So we hooked my laptop up to the TV. We're watching it. And as they're announcing everything, me, Swindle, Aaron, we're getting more and more excited. And we're like, yo, we want to fucking go to this. And then they were like, fucking Razor Ramon, Ric Flair, like it was like Naughty by Nature, stuff, and we're like, yo, like this fucking sick. I was really into Bushwick Bill at the time, and the small guy rapper missing an eye, and they were like, and the Ghetto Boys, and I was like, if they say Bushwick Bill, I'm going, and they're like, featuring Bushwick Bill, and I started to buy tickets right then and there to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos 2014.
But did you go?
My buddy, whose wedding I am at, talked me out of it.
No.
What?
Yeah. We're like, yo, we'll take the van. We can camp in it. Like, this would be sick. And then we're like, yeah, no, thank you. Like, yeah.
Oh,
dude. Yeah.
They still hold them though, right?
Not really. They're more like day events, like
day event. Yeah.
Let's meet at this park. And,
right. It's
not on people,
I feel like there was one this year though.
Maybe. I know that they were shut down for a while because the FBI classified Juggalos as a organized crime group. So that was the thing.
That's fantastic. There's also
that's really when my advocacy for Juggalos started.
Right. There's also take a Juggalo to Red Lobster Day.
Yeah.
On the calendar.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
It's a thing.
Okay. Well, if not, let's make it. Let's start
right. Find yourself a Juggalo and get him some cheddar biscuits.
Cheddar biscuits. I mean, nobody would turn that down.
never been to Red Lobster because we're in Maryland, so we have like all these great mom and pop seafood places.
Yeah,
right.
Just as
it's like
good,
being we're in New York, and it's like us ordering Domino's. It's like
love Domino's.
Well,
I grew up in Indiana. Love Domino's.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? It's funny.
Moved to New York. I love Domino's occasionally at 1 a.m.
There's
Papa
time and
John's,
place.
Papa John's, one word for you: thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Yeah.
I agree.
Especially when you got rid of the cheese sauce.
Right. Well, yeah, I never had.
Who gets rid of a cheese sauce?
Yeah, like no, you're fucking up.
Oh, okay. So here's I need to know these things, right?
Okay.
So Domino's, you're a pizza orderer aficionado.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So in New York, I've found that when you order breadsticks, they never give you cheese with it. They give you marinara sauce. Is that like when I grew up in Indiana, you always got cheese?
You always got marinara here.
You got marinara there too?
That's a Midwest thing, the cheese.
Okay.
It might be East Coast.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It's delicious. You guys should do it.
Right. No,
it's a better move.
Like it's like maybe we want our customers not to have massive heart attacks, so let's just pump up their sodium level instead.
Right. It's like, oh, you know that pizza?
It's tomato
you got
sauce.
breadsticks next to it, right? We're going to give you the same sauce that's on the pizza to dip a breadstick into.
It's a homemade pizza.
You give me a nacho cheese sauce. Now that's a third thing. I can dip the pizza in that and create a new flavor town blast.
That's what we call Southwestern breadsticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Nacho
I like
cheese.
I'm it. Yeah.
And there, yeah.
Nacho cheese, man. Pizza Hut gave you nacho cheese with your breadsticks.
What? That's awesome.
Marinara sauce. I don't remember the cheese sauce. Yeah.
Have you noticed some new things on Bacon Is My Podcast? We have the new BIMP Lounge.
Yes.
Right? So with that, we're trying to up our game a little bit here.
That's right.
Right? We're trying to extend our reach. If you want to help us do that, well, one of the ways you can do that is by rocking out with our sponsors. Jump over to baconismypodcast.com, jump to our sponsor page, and check out all of our awesome sponsors. Get all
GrillYourAssOff.com, DrinkWildBills.com, Manscaped, Pod Decks. There's quite a few of them. And we're adding stuff all the time.
With the most recent promo codes and the best deals that you can possibly get. Another way you can help us, get some t-shirts.
Like this one right here. It doesn't come without the sleeves.
It gives you the option.
But it gives you the option.
Yeah, you get it with sleeves. You don't want sleeves, you cut the sleeves off.
That's right.
That's how it works. Then you have a headband if you have like a thin head.
Yes.
I can't use the sleeves as a headband because I have a giant round head.
Yeah, we both do.
Yeah. Go to baconismypodcast.com. Check out the merch page. Bacon is my fashion.
Yes. Right? And you can check out all the latest episodes. It's kind of like a portal to everything Bacon is My Podcast, including our music.
A portal to bacon.
Yes. Including his band, Craving Strange. Yes, my band, Something Heavy. Also, Bacon is My Passion, the band itself. So
music coming.
Yes. So go ahead. Check it out. Costs nothing to look. So
go ahead. You should buy. You break it, you bought it though.
Hey guys, Matt coming at you from the Real Drunks. Hey, if you're into movies, booze, craft beers, and just shooting the shit with your friends, join myself, Jake, and Alyssa on the Real Drunks on the Deluxe Edition Network and anywhere you get your podcast from. That's the Real Drunks, REEL, the Real Drunks. Check us out.
Yeah.
So what I do want to ask is, we're musicians as well. We keep talking about, we talk with a lot of people about how there's popping up around the world, the country, whatever. These quiet stages because everybody's going digital. Everybody's doing Helix and all that. So there's actually some venues that are requesting quiet stages. It's really fucking weird. But you have dove into the world of the new Fender Tone Master.
Yeah. So
how are you liking that? And is this your first foray into that?
Long story short, the cover band I work for uses all Kempers. And we were like, me and the other tech were like old heads, like give us sax, loud shit, and we were like, I was like, you can't tell the difference from out front.
Right.
Like, nobody's gonna be like, he's not playing through a Marshall JCM 800 that he used to use. Like, blah blah blah. It's like, and like with the Kempers, you can model it. It's kind of like whatever. I don't have Kemper money, so I got a used HX Stomp with the little foot extender.
Yeah.
Perfectly. And then we were doing the tours where we were coming back. We did like a little cheap in-ear system that we still use. I think we spent like a total of like $700 on it. And then me and Swindle had the stomps, and Nick uses a Sansamp pedal. And we loved not breaking our backs.
Yes.
It was really cool having just like a pedal board and a gig bag that held 2 guitars, like to carry in. And then we just had like a little 12-space rack on wheels that we just rolled in. And Steve was the one having to make multiple trips to the van. We all helped him. And then we are Fender artists, and they announced the Tone Master, and we were like, fuck yeah, let's try it out. If I don't like it, I'll just stick with the Helix. And the Tone Masters are fucking amazing. Like,
really?
The Helix is really cool. Like, if you're using a computer to, like, the interface isn't very intuitive on the Stomp because you're using like knobs and stuff.
Yeah, it's really small.
The Tone Master is like it has the touch screen. You drag and drop shit. You double tap it. If you want to change the sound, there's like 96 different mic positions for every speaker. There's not just Fenders in there. So like my setup is like a Fender Twin, and then I switch a channel and it turns the Twin off, and it turns on like a California clone, and then and at a low gain setting through a German company that starts with a B 412 cabinet. And then I just have like and it was really cool to like be able to like, I've always wanted to play like a Klon, and these have like perfect models of them, and I'm like, this is awesome, so before the fall tour, me and Nick ordered some new guitars. We ordered Tone Masters, and I am never turning back. But I don't think stages should mandate, I am all about it. Every band we tour with, I'm like, fucking do it. It is a great investment. If a venue can't figure it out, they're fucking stupid. It is so easy. Just treat it like a real amp, EQ it, volume it like you would. Just make sure you have like, decent in-ears, or good monitoring. So the first tour we had the main mix coming through our monitor up front. So if our ears failed, we still had something to fall back on. But I don't think venues should like require it, because like if I'm going to see like a doom metal band and they're using fucking like Kempers and modelers, digital weed is cool, but like fucking not digital stoner metal,
Right.
Yeah.
like if I'm going to see Sleep, I want to see that wall of orange amps,
Right.
But I feel like there is a time and place for everything. And, if you're doing like, mid-level clubs, do a direct system. If you're playing a fucking church basement, use your combo amp,
Yeah.
So I do like the idea of having the modeler with like the powered speaker on stage,
That's what I do. That's what you do too. No, you go straight into the you use in-ears. But I don't use in-ears. I go straight through and I bring the little monitor. I bring a little Yamaha 10-inch monitor with me, and then I'm using the Quad Cortex.
Dude, great product, dude. Yeah.
Fancy.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Still paying for it.
I'm still paying for my Tone Master, dude. Thank you, Corona.
Yeah.
It was really funny because I have the main Helix, and before I think 2 shows ago, or my last show actually, I was like, man, I don't even want to carry that anymore. So I ended up getting
spoiled.
I got an HX Stomp, and I fucking love it. Because I have this little handbag in my guitar.
I feel like the main complaint about the Tone Master is that there's not enough stuff on it. You have to remember the HX Stomp the Helix is almost 10 years old.
Yeah.
So like the Fender Tone Master is 3 months old. So, if that's what, people are able to do with a Helix over 10 years, imagine what we can do with this more powerful product over the next 10 years.
The Tone Master looked to me like it took like the best stuff from the Helix and the best stuff from like the Cortex and like the Head Rush and combined all those things.
I feel like it was like the intuitiveness of like a Cortex, with better sounding models, where like Helix is known for being able to like, this is really good. Now let me tweak it for 45 minutes and it'll sound amazing. Where the Fender, you just pull up a model and it sounds amazing off the bat. It's like no fuss, no muss. Like everything is like perfectly placed. There's not like the weird like, oh, it makes spaceship sounds. Like there's none of that bullshit on there. Like I don't need that. That's Like I'm not in Snarky Puppy. Kids. I don't need it.
I have the same. I have the same thing with the Cortex. As I use so little of it, but it's still just so convenient.
It's so hard filling out all those pedals. I got like 4 that I don't use, like the buttons. Like I just I don't need these. Like,
but it's great. It sounds great, and you sound the same no matter what. So
exactly, that's the best part. Is that like I don't mean this to sound negative, but like I don't care how it sounds outside as long as my shit sounds good in my ears. So yeah.
That's awesome.
I do want to sound good, though. Like honestly.
Of course,
like,
Did you? Well, yeah. I mean, the Edge is a great tone.
Exactly.
Did you use any?
It does have an Edge setting.
I bet it. I'm sure it does. It has to. Yeah.
On the recording, we did that like a year ago, so that was all like plugins and stuff like that, and like and like post stuff, and like used amp models and did some real stuff too. I have this little PV Valve King mini head that I've used on the last 2 recordings we did, and that thing is a fucking workhorse. Like it's awesome.
Those are good little amps.
It can do clean as shit, it can do heavy as shit, and I love that thing, and I will definitely use we're doing some demo stuff now, and never stop stopping, and we're gonna do the Tone Master through that when we go to track. So do the 4 cable method, and
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. What was I gonna say? I was gonna ask if you were recording with the new stuff.
So we
digital and stuff. So
I have mine hooked up to my Apollo Twin, and that's how I practice at home. I don't drive my wife insane. And then when we record at Swindles, when we're jamming, I'll just bring over my gig bag and I now have we found these flight cases on Amazon, like Pelican knockoffs, that fit the Tone Master perfectly, and they're like $60.
Oh, that's great.
We each got them. They're perfect. It fits my cables. So I just had my gig bag with my 2 guitars. That thing went over, knocked out like 2 songs, and I was like, all right, happy Thanksgiving, and then
it's so great.
Went to the dispensary, went home, and watched Die Hard 2.
So great. Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
So besides being in a band and besides being in a band and being a in the restaurant business and being a wedding officiant, you at one time in a past life that everybody tries to forget, that weird COVID area, you were a wrestling podcaster.
Yes. So long story short, we all kind of, after when they were doing the farewell tour, me and Todd couldn't really like do it, or at least I couldn't do it with my work commitments and stuff. So we're just like kind of started talking again, stuff. COVID hits, kind of how's it going, that type of stuff.
Right.
And then and then Swindle, or Brian, we call him Swindle. He moved into the apartment below me, and we all watched wrestling, our entire lives. We talk about it. We had a group chat, and we were like, hey, why don't we start recording our discussions? So we started doing it in my dining room. Come up every like Thursday. We'd record an episode, And then that kind of, led to us, like, getting back into being like, hey, check out this song idea, and, we start it kind of, I look back at it as like that was the easiest way for all of us to like be in a room together and have these discussions about something we loved, and kind of helped me, I know at least, kind of forget about all the shitty times we had,
Right.
And just kind of creating these new positive memories of like somebody that I never thought I'd talk to ever again in my entire life. And that really kind of, and all of us kind of growing up, not drinking, and just being able to be like, hey man, I need to talk to you about something, and just being able to just not blow up on somebody constantly because you're perpetually hungover and you're just like on the edge of your seat all the time because you think you're going to get fired constantly because you're always drunk, like that type of thing. So it's like, and it was really easy way for us to, kind of reconnect over something we loved. And we just started doing it. And then the reason we stopped doing it is because it was do Have Mercy or do the podcast, and not that many people were listening to the podcast.
It's so funny that you bring up like wrestling mending fences. Like I am legitimately going through something very similar. I haven't built a podcast with the guy or anything like that, but ex-band mate, like
I was gonna say, are we all right?
Yeah, no.
Do we need? I mean, I'm also the internet also certified me as a peer mediator, so I can.
Oh, okay,
nice.
Yeah. We'll hit you up.
Okay.
I can also marry people, so I'm with you on that.
That's what I did today. Thanks, the internet.
That's right. I see what you're doing. You're popping in, you're watching the show, you're listening to the show, you're like, I really like their interviews. Or you're like, I don't like their interviews at all, but I do like 7 questions. Or you're like, man, I wish more people knew about this show because these guys are fun and these guys are cool. How can I help?
Well, one of the best ways to help is by going over to patreon.com/baconismypodcast and joining our Patreon. We've got awesome 3 tiers starting at $3 per month where you will get live stream shows on all of our discussion and drinks.
Every week, a live stream that you can join in on, you can weigh in on, you can jump in the chat, you can jump in the little community.
Interact with us.
We got a cool squad over there too, so you can meet people, make friends. We're all about that. Also, you can learn some cooking tips from us.
Yeah.
We got a few of those up there. You can try some of our dishes out.
Yeah, you can also watch us eat horrible shit.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Now, when we cook stuff, it's delicious, but the stuff that we eat is not.
Yeah, totally separate. Never fun.
Separate thing.
Yeah, but go ahead, go over there. There's tons of new content. We have early music releases. We've got live streams. We've got watch-alongs. We've got all sorts of stuff. Go to Bacon Is My Podcast's Patreon today and sign up and be part of the BIMP squad.
Totally helps us out, guys. Thank you so much. Cheers to you. Whoop, whoop. What's your bacon?
But yeah, I'm actually like, so I had a buddy who we were in a band together, and we had a pretty shitty falling out, and it's been, it was like 4 years or so, and he finally was like, I'm ready to rejoin the group chat, the wrestling chat that we all have. So bonding over wrestling, man.
Hey man, if CM Punk can come back to wrestling, your buddy can come back to the group chat.
That's what I'm saying.
Wore a Bret Hart hoodie in the ring with Shawn Michaels the other day.
Exactly.
That is coming together.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't care what people say. I am glad the man is back. I know he is divisive as fuck, but you know what? I grew up in the punk scene. I get it. He didn't sell out. He bought in. Okay, let's get it right.
I'm happy about it too. He's cautiously optimistic and hoping for the best.
Well, yeah. I just don't want to hear about backstage stuff. I don't care.
I don't give a shit about ratings. I don't give a shit about what's going on backstage. I just care about the product on TV, and I'm just glad that there's literally wrestling on every single night of the TV.
Yeah, it's awesome.
On cable or broadcast TV. And then you go on the internet, and there's so much more.
Yeah.
And some of it involves bags.
What is your go-to right now? Like, what is your jam right now? Because for a long time I was off WWE and switched and
I fell out, like when I was in high school. I always we always ordered WrestleMania. That was the thing. That was our Super Bowl, So I always kind of kept up with the games and stuff like that. And then in college, when like YouTube became a thing, I just started looking up old like Vader matches and and saw like all these like Japanese shit. And then if people are like Hulk Hogan sucks, Hulk Hogan in Japan fucking worked his ass off, dude. Like he was doing crazy shit. And that's when I was like, man. And then, went on like the internet and people are like talking about shit, but that isn't WWE. And I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And then I was like, oh my God, this thing called Ring of Honor is based out of Baltimore. And they're fucking doing, events, pay-per-views. I'm like, this is awesome. And, it's almost like this little pre-Renaissance. Right. And then and then like 2014 when WWE like started sucking, you had like TNA was doing some cool shit. New Japan's like got an American TV deal. Yeah. And then 2019, AEW comes out. I am an AEW diehard. I was at the first Dynamite. I was at the first, post AEW Dynamite. Full Gear was in Baltimore.
Oh, nice.
Ring of Honor. They do shit here at the college. I don't give a shit, if Tony Khan is a coked out crackhead. I am going down with this shit. Like I have invested too much of my fucking money in t-shirts for fucking FTR and Adam Cole, so like
Baby.
I lost like over 100 pounds over like the last like couple of years, and I had to buy new clothes because all my shirts were like too baggy and stuff. So what I do is I started going to more wrestling events and just buying t-shirts there, and I'm like, might as well spend $20 here, help out a little indie guy, and I got a shirt that fits. Like
my favorite at a show buying t-shirt thing was at an ROH show. It was actually in Vegas. We were out doing some work out in Vegas, and they
Punishment Martinez's last match before signing with WWE.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, that's a good one.
It's where he dropped the TV title to Jeff Cobb.
Jeff Cobb, yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah. It was cool because they had a pay-per-view the Saturday night. We were working, and then the Friday night, and then the Saturday night they were doing like 3 weeks worth of TV tapings at the Orleans in Vegas. But they brought all these New Japan guys. So Cody was there, and Sonata and Evil were there, and Chase Owens was there, and all. So we go. And at intermission, we went to like this little stand, and Chase Owens is just chilling there. And actually, this guy that came back into the wrestling chat just constantly throws shade at Chase Owens, just constantly. He fucking sucks. He's the fucking worst. He's the jobber of the Bullet Club. Blah 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 blah. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, Chase. He like stood up, and he's like, somebody buy a t-shirt. And I was like, all right, I'll buy you a t-shirt. Go tell my friend to go fuck himself, and you're gonna pop a wrestling chat. And he's like, I can't say that, I'll give him a suck it. Yeah. So I took my camera and my iPhone. I was like, hey Dan, I got a buddy here. He's got something to say to you. I turned the camera. Chase Owens goes, hey Dan, suck it. And I send it to the thing, and I was like, here's my money. Here you go. And it popped that wrestling chat. And then we had Chase Owens on the show.
Yeah.
He was one of our first guests.
That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, cool dude.
Nick's a wrestler. He wrestles for James Ellsworth's promotion.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Nice.
Yeah. Jimmy Dream, the John Cena of Pasadena.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love that. Like our wrestling. We haven't really had a wrestling personality on.
Been a wrestler on in a long time. Yeah.
Yo, you should hit up Nick, dude. You'll be on. They'll talk about.
We've been lucky. We've had some really cool, like we had the Godfather on. We had
that's awesome.
We had Eric
Mark Marrow.
Bischoff. We had Mark Marrow. We had Eric Bischoff on. Like
that's sick as shit, dude. How much did they charge you guys?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing. Oh,
nothing. Yeah.
No, Bischoff actually.
I gotta pay them like $40 to take a picture.
It was great because Eric Bischoff had, when we first came on, he told us like, I got 20 minutes, guys. We were like, okay. So we were like, oh shit, that fucks our format. And then like we started talking to him. We were going through the questions and stuff, and we were like, hey man, we're at our 20 minutes, so we could say goodbye. And he was like, nah man, I was just saying that to get out in case I didn't like you guys. We're cool. And we talked to him for another hour.
Yeah.
And he just hung out.
That's awesome.
He was like,
yeah,
it was
cool
super
dude.
cool. Super cool guy too.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. And then we had his wife on too.
And then he quoted us on his show, but didn't name us.
Yes.
It's like, you motherfucker.
Seems like him. I've always had pretty decent luck with wrestlers, but like I don't get starstruck often. But if there is a wrestler, I will shut down. I will turn into like the sobbing, like like we were leaving for Warped Tour. We had to pick up our bandwagon in Indiana. We're at a hotel. I'm upstairs with my credit card company because my card kept getting declined. I forgot to tell them I was going out of state. And the guys are like, come down to the bar. I was like, no, I'm good. They're like, no, you want to come down. I walk down. Eric Rowan and Adam Rose are standing there.
Oh, that's
and I was like, dog! Joe, let me buy you a drink. I will pay for your food, dog! And then the cover band I work for, they do a lot of these events for Jimmy's Famous Seafood. And they always have wrestlers come through, and they were doing a Christmas party, and Braun Strowman showed up. And I was on the verge of a blackout, and I was like, I need to take a picture with you. Fucking Bray Wyatt showed up. Like, 45 minutes later, coolest fucking dude. I kept, like, chasing him down, being like, yo, Bray! Bray, can I get a picture, Bray? And I'm working, like I'm DJing, but I'm not. I'm fucking being TMZ right now. And then he like sat down. I don't remember this, but he sat down with me and we had like a cool like 45-minute chat about just like his dad and his brother, and just like he was just like the nicest dude. And, you know, and when he passed, that really fucking hurt, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't really, like, mourn celebrities that much. Like, I don't have that parasocial, you know, relationship kind of deal. I'm just like, oh, man, that kind of sucks, you know? But when Brody passed, when Bray passed, I had to, like, leave work. I was, like, distraught. Like, I was like, you know, that's so crazy to me, you know? And
Mark Briscoe with me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jay Briscoe.
Jay, because he's from the area, he's from Delaware, and ROH original. And when he passed, there were people who didn't even know about ROH that were like, "Yo, Jay, fucking," you know, my coworker who lives on the Eastern Shore, like, was like, "Did you know this guy? Like, you know a lot of wrestlers?" And I was like, "No," but he was like a legit, you know, real dude. You know,
right.
Yeah. Sorry to break it down. You know,
no.
You know,
actually, it was funny. I was gonna
like one of those real emotional things. You know, high, low.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it's anything that like, you know, like anything that you can invest yourself into, and we definitely do as fans. When you're a fan of something, I think you invest into the art and you invest into the artist. You know, and wrestlers, there's certain ones that you get that connection with. You know, you kind of like you get it through the screen. You're like, oh man, there's something about this dude that I really appreciate. You know, and like Bray Wyatt was definitely one for me. He was one where I was definitely like, man, I really like. I felt that as like a loss. I was like, oh man, like my life's not as cool.
Oh, we're good.
My life's not going to be as cool because I don't get to see him do his thing.
Sorry,
checking your battery?
Kind of low. Yeah, I was checking battery. I was like, I got 14%. I'm good. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
my wife. Hold on.
Yep.
You can come on in. You want to? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I think is the wedding over? Oh, it's like 7:00. Okay, yeah, I gotta get inside and say bye to everybody. Sorry.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No worries. You do your
no
thing,
worries,
man.
dude.
Cool.
Let everybody know where to find you guys again.
Yeah, you can find us at Have Mercy MD on Twitter and Instagram. HaveMercyMusic.com, I believe, is the website. And yeah, that's about it. I'm so sorry to cut this abrupt.
Dude.
No,
Thanks for taking your time out at a wedding to come and hang with us. You're welcome back anytime, all the time.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, hit us up.
Absolutely, hit me up, dog. Well,
okay.
I'm gonna start. We're new best friends.
Nice. I like it.
We just
I
become
like
best friends.
Yep.
Karate in the garage.
Oh, dude, we didn't even talk about Alexis on Fire or your Bucky's tattoo. So, dude,
we got lots more. We got a part 2.
All that next time.
We got a part 2 coming.
Serious. We got part 2. Honestly, let's do it for like a month from now. And I'll
nice.
be at your wedding, I promise. Yeah.
Everybody listen, remember to ask yourself the most important question every day. What is that question?
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon?
What's your bacon?
Damn right.
Cool. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so sorry.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Okay, well, I got to get back in. It was a pleasure.
Have a good one.
Andrew from Have Mercy.
That was an abrupt ending.
It was an abrupt ending. We were just getting into some stuff, but...
Dude was at a wedding. He took time out of officiating a wedding.
Yes.
To hang with us.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucking cool of him.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, I really like Have Mercy. I really like the new record.
Really good.
I really like the new record. So definitely go check them out. Sorry we got pretty gear nerdy and pretty wrestling nerdy, but
I'm not. That's what happens.
But
some of you are gonna not like this episode.
We are
You're
definitely
not
gonna have him
listening.
back. We're gonna probably have him back.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that next month and hopefully get a little bit longer out of him, and because we have tons of shit.
Well, I was gonna say we still talk to him for like an hour.
Yeah, we still talk to him for an hour.
I mean,
yeah,
it's not like we were 20 minutes in and it was like gotta go.
Yeah,
you know?
No, for sure. But yeah, it was a good time. It's a good time. It's almost the end of the year. You know what that means?
Bimpies.
It's happening. We are getting
on the way.
The videos are rolling in. We've got awesome performances scheduled.
You guys are gonna be psyched.
I mean, Rise Amongst Rivals.
You guys are gonna be psyched.
We got.
It's gonna be a really cool show.
We got American Host Hell System. We've got Leah from Evil Walks. We got a whole bunch of Revel 9. They're gonna do one. So yeah, be on the lookout. The winners are. They've all contacted me. They're all very excited to have won another Golden Gnome, and I'm excited to have everybody see another one of our favorite extravaganzas. So, January 1,
bring on the chaos.
Yeah, exactly. And then, it's a new year. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, I just watched it.
Yeah.
10, 9, 8
We're
people.
10, 9, 8 people. I'm not a 10, 9, 8 person.
No. Neither am I. I barely even make it to midnight. Who the fuck
That's
am I
true.
kidding?
You're out. Yeah, that's true. Like I always get the message from you at like 10:30.
Yeah.
It's like, Happy New Year, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 10:30, man.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, I get it.
But you're not a 10, 9, 8 person.
I'm not a 10, 9, 8 person.
You're just like, fucking child. You could have been a 10. Go ahead, asshole. Yeah. But yeah, Bimpy is coming up January 1st. Super excited. Jimmy, where can they find you and all your stuff?
Come on. You guys got to know this by now, right? CravenStrange.net is the band. You can find us there. That'll give you links to everywhere else online that you can find us. Me, Jimmy G's Shoes on all the socials. You can find me there. Reach out. Say hi. Talk to me. I'll talk to you. Mm-hmm. You can find both of us always at baconismypodcast.com. That's probably a really good place to go.
It's the porthole.
Yeah. You want to peep into our porthole? That's where you got to go.
Yeah.
That's where you got to go. So come peep, you little peepers. Check it out. Grab yourself a t-shirt or something like that. Helps out the show. Helps us out. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple, or any of those things, just remember to hit whatever poses as their subscribe button so that you know when we're doing this stuff. And give us a little thumbs up or a review.
Thumbs up, yeah.
If you're watching on YouTube, same thing. Hit the subscribe and the like.
Smash that like.
Yeah, you don't have to smash it. Just click it.
Yeah, don't break it.
Click on your mouse or your trackpad. Just a little. It's really easy.
Although I would really appreciate it if you did it with a little bit of authority,
some gusto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it with gusto. Film yourself doing it. If it breaks while you film it, we'll definitely put it on the show.
Yeah.
And send you a T-shirt.
Yeah.
We can't.
We're not going to pay for it.
We're not gonna.
But we'll put you on.
That would be silly.
We'll make you internet known.
Yeah. Where can they find you?
Sort of by tens of people.
Where can they find you, Batty?
Me personally, my own self, Mike. You can find out the things I'm doing here on the show, and also with my band Something Heavy at Something Heavy Music. Something Heavy on all sorts of streaming platforms. We got some songs and covers and whatnot. I brought up the Alexis on Fire thing. That is going to be out relatively soon. So
that's exciting.
Stay tuned.
Sounds really good.
Stay tuned. Something Heavy doing a cover.
Yeah, you want to help the show out. You want to help us out in a little bit of a more tangible way. If you're like, hey, I really want to be on a team with these guys. These guys seem like cool teammates. Jump over to patreon.com/baconismypodcast. Yeah, and you can jump on one of the tiers. I was on a streak, and now I'm about to say podcast, and then I think it's wrong every time because I assume my first thought is wrong, and I was on a streak, so that became my first go-to. Okay. There's really no excuse, but you can find us over there, and you can get some extra content, some free stuff, free shows, early shows, ad-free shows, and you can join the BIMP squad. And when we do our discussions and drinks, you can join in live every single week where we do that. So be a part of it. Be a part of it.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Oh no, we'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do here.
That's what we do. We'll see you again this week.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. And always remember to ask yourself, what's your bacon?
Well, peace.